Hi there, here I am again. Just like I said, I'll probably make another video using this roving stuff, wool roving. Do some beetle felting on my project. So I have my pad is getting pretty full of stuff. That's okay, I don't mind. I'll put it on this side. And but now I just was showing on a different video on the 5 minutes ago. I made a video where I showed what I'm doing here. And so then I decided I'm going to get out my wool roving stuff and which I have I got more than I need in here really. I got lots of needles and pins, and this is another kind of roving mat. And here's some more needles. Yeah, I don't need that much. But you know why I've got that much? Because once everything was lost, I couldn't find my needles. And so I ordered some more. Now I got them both. Then I got a bag here of different colors of wool. This here was like a tablecloth or something, a little bit of something. It was really pretty, and I didn't know it was wool, so I put it in the washer and the dryer, and when it come out, this is what it was. So I'll save that because you can take this like in pieces, cut pieces off of this and actually reattach it to something. So I don't throw that away. But I've got a lot of different colors in here, so I want to get a white. That's like off-white, which might be okay too. And some cool stuff in here. Oh, that's my rings to make those. Oh, can't remember what you call them now. But there's something. Well, I guess I don't have any pure white. Well, it doesn't have to be pure white. And so we'll just, this is good. This is good. Oh, I'm going to use this right here. Okay. This is a little bit of an off-white, but it's okay. It's okay. So then I'm going to just take a little bit off of here. See how you just pull it apart like that? That's sort of like that yarn did a while ago. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this. And I want to, this is called wool roving. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to just apply it over, and let's see what it turns out to look like. You know what? I don't think I want to use that with all the pokies in it. I think I'm just going to use it with one pokey. There. Let me use this one here. It's just got one needle in there. And I'm going to start getting it and just put some thread on there. I don't want that. And then I'm just going to get this white roving put in. You know what, also I should use these. I have some, you should always use these because I got the chubbiest old fingers. This is just a finger protector. So I'm going to use that. And so that if I do accidentally hit my finger, it's not going to poke a hole in there, because you don't want this needle to go in your finger because it's got a barb on it. Tighten it. It's got a barb on it, or a couple barbs. This one's got like 3 barbs on it. And so what that does, that them barbs are what pushes the. If you just use a regular needle, it wouldn't felt it. But this has barbs on it, so when you're poking it, it actually pokes those fibers down. And so now that needle doesn't want to stay tight. Okay, now, maybe now it will. And so see now, it's not only just felting the roving that I put on, it's also felting the yarn that I used. See, it pulls it through. It pulls it through the backing. And so now when you get to this one has 3. This one holds 3 prongs. So, and then this one I think it's got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this one's got 7 prongs. But and so then that just makes things go quicker. Now see, if you're using you know, like if I wanted to just do that dark blue right there, I would just use this one with 1 prong and get that dark blue in there. And then this goes bigger than, of course, the 7, and they might even make one bigger, I don't know. But see, now that is getting that, see how it looks almost like a cloud then? That's pretty. This is one thing that's fun if you're doing a grand snippet roll like I'm doing, that this is going to go on to. You can make a lot of just small art pieces like this and add them to your snippet. Add it to your snippet roll. The snippet roll is made actually to take snips off of and use on other things, but this big one that I'm making, I guess I should call it something else because I'm not going to be snippeting it at all. Now I've got some little bit of blue here, like a nice little light blue, and so I'm going to spread that apart a little bit there and add that in there, and let's see how that looks. I wonder what'll happen if I put that in there. And that's what you do. That's what you do. You just add a little here and a little there, and then just see what happens. Just see what happens. That's all you need to do. Just see what happens. And maybe a little bit more of the light up here. Let the sun shine through. Wow, speaking of sunshine through, you know, what if I want to go with some yellow? Go up here with some yellow. Like this. I have that. And I have such pretty colors in here. Such pretty colors. Okay, I'm going to use Great. Okay, I'm going to use just a little bit of this. Well, actually, I've got some of this that is kind of mixed with the white right there. I think I'm going to pull a little bit of that. Now, what if I do that? Look at that. That will look like the sunshine is coming through. I am sure of it. And just a little bit more. I'm going to go up here. This mat is called a Wool Buddy. I got it a long time ago in Amazon. So see there? That's pretty. Now see, that's kind of a squared off space, and so I don't want that squared off like that. So I think I want to put just a little bit more of this blue. We'll go down here. And so now this, blending with the wool, like weaving, is really pretty. And there you go. See, and you just kind of peel it off your mat, and there it is right in there. Now, if I go, I'll show you this other. This is also another mat. This one is made by Clover. And I like this one too. I think I'll put the Wool Buddy over here. And I'm going to use this one here. But now I'm going to get some like a green here, like a light. Let's see what I have here. I just shove it all in there. Okay. A couple different greens. So, let me see here. See, sometimes when you order your roving, you can get it this way, where it comes in a mixture of color. And here's, I might want a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And let's see, I might be going too far with this, I don't know. Whoops. Now, I'm going to take just a little bit of this, because it's got a little bit of brown in it. I'm going to take that, and then I also want a little bit of this green. You pull it apart this way and then pull it off. You don't ever cut it. You don't ever want to cut it. You want to only pull it apart. So I'm going to just go with this. Let me get a little bit more of the brown. Just a wee bit. And I'm going to go down here. And then there, now that's going to look more like a ground cover. I like that, I think. You know what? I'm going to put this. I'm not going to use this right now. For some reason, I don't feel like it's doing me justice today. Now see, I like that a lot right there. Now I won't do anything to these flowers. I want them to, wait a minute, I'm going to, but I just want to do the center. Just the center, so then the center will get done, but not the petals actually, just the center. Um, and get that put in there a little bit. I like this. I think this looks good. So my stems, I didn't do any of the. Now I can't even call that word that this is called. I can't even call the word. Um, why can't I call that word? I am getting so bad with my words. The words that I forget. But okay, so that's there. But now I look up here and I see that maybe I need a little bit more white. I look up on the screen and it looks different than in my looks just different. Yeah. How come I can't even think of the word this is called? Needle felting. Okay. I couldn't think of the word needle felting. It wouldn't come to me. I know it. It's scary when that starts happening because it is scary. Sometimes when with our when that aging process. Okay, so I'm getting this kind of spread apart here, and so I want it thin. I want just a thin layer. Just a thin layer I do. What do you think? And then I'm going to I have quite a bit of oh god, here I am looking for a word again. That fabric that they make, oh, sari silk. I have scraps of sari silk. And sari silk also is really nice for doing needle felting. And I think I want to try some of that. I've got some, because I might make another little on that other piece that oh, this is nice. See, I did this other piece. I've got it all ready to go, stitched around and frayed. Maybe I'll do some. Now, see, if I were to want to use, because you can put down a piece of silk, of any kind of a silk or even a rayon, and put that down first, and then you can get that attached real quickly, and then start putting wool over it. And my goodness, the stuff that you can come up with, and I have found if I at one time I always wanted to just do watch the videos and then do whatever they're doing. But now I've got to where I want to I'd still watch the videos, of course, because I get ideas and I get inspiration. And but now I'll watch the videos, but I'll get the inspiration, but then I add to it or take away from it or something like that. But what do you think about that? Isn't that pretty? You know what I think is if I took some of that red that I put in here, if I take some of this little bit of red that I have, take a piece of that, and just take a piece of that. Oh my God, I just thought of something else too. Now, if I do this, that needle go, I just poke that needle in here. There we go. And okay, so I'm going to pull this off my finger because I'm not going to be using my pokey thing. Although I do poke my finger with a needle too. So then if I go down here, and I'm thinking if I just do like a bit of a, what do you call that little knot, French knot sort of thing, and just put a few of those little speckles of red down there. It could be a dropped petal from the flower or maybe a bud. Oh yeah, I like this. The more times you wrap your thread around the needle when doing a French knot, the bigger your knot will be. I'm just putting them here and there. I can't see it in the camera. I'll put this up closer in a minute. There we go. Now, see there, now it shows those little bitty bits of just, I put them French knots in there. It kind of looks like the petals from the flowers may have fallen onto the ground there. And then you could put, wow, you could put speckles up here. If I were to put, wonder, I want speckles up here too, but let's see, I don't have yellow, but I could put speckles of this. You want speckles. I mean, in the speckles all of a sudden here. And there we go. Now, let me just do this. And I'm just going to put speckles. Why? I don't know. Just because I want to. Just because I want to. I'm going to wrap this like 4 times around. Put a few speckles. Wrapping it 4 times makes a larger speckle. You ever made a French knot? Took me a while to figure out how. I come up from the bottom. Okay, come up from the bottom. Then I wrap the thread around the needle and put it back in almost where I come out of, holding on to that thread where it's wrapped around the needle, and then pull it. When you get it almost to there, then you can let go of that where you're holding it. And hold on to that thread. That's the trick about this. Is the trick about getting a French knot is actually holding on to that thread till you get it pulled through. If you don't hold on to that thread, it might then pull that whole thread through and you wouldn't be left with the knot. There we go. That's enough. They might be birds up there way off in the distance. Can't tell they're birds, but you sort of can. Or you might just think there's something else. You just never know. And so do something without a cause or without a reason or without a know that you're not going to enter it in the county fair and you're just going to make it for your own self. Isn't that pretty? I think it's real pretty. I think it's really adorably pretty. I could take like some black embroidery floss and just make a V with the black embroidery floss. Maybe I would go over here. I think I will do that. Do I have some black handy right here? Do I have it handy? Well, this is sort of black. I try to keep everything handy. Okay, let me put these in my... Where's my thing? Oh, I put it over here. Put that there so I don't poke myself with that. Okay, so if I take the black embroidery floss, well, it's not really black, it's like a charcoal, but that's close enough. Close enough. And then we will thread the needle, and I think I'm going to leave it in the of this, first of all, the 6 strands, but then I'm going to tie it double. And put a knot in here double, so it's actually going with 12 strands. That'll be simple enough. Then I'm going to go over here, and you just make a V. The letter V. Well, I got that all hung up in there somehow. How did I do that? How did I get that at? Oh, there we go. Now that's better. Well, maybe it's better. I don't know. Okay, hang on. A little technical difficulties here. I think I was trying to go too quickly here. Okay, you know what I have to do now? We'll cut this knot off back here, and then we'll pull this whole shebang out of here. Pull the whole shebang out of there because my poor bird, is having technical difficulties. Good night, Noise. How did I do this? My word, Elizabeth. Good thing I'm not doing a tutorial. No. Okay, now let's get this out of here. Okay, now, I'm not going to double it up like that. It's only going to be... Now, is there a knot up here? Okay, now, let's see if we can do this correctly. Now, I'm going to do this over. Slowly. There. That's better. And here we are. We've got three birds, three birds. Maybe they're Canadian geese. Don't know. We get to see the Canadian geese about once a year. They come through. There. I think I'll leave it at that. And then I'm going to add it into my snippet roll that'll never be snipped. See, I put this in here. Last night I put this with this leaf. This here around the leaf, that's chenille. That's chenilling right there. I like doing that. I haven't done any chenilling lately. I need to do that too. And so, and there's where I finished the flowers in the flower pot. I did that yesterday. But there is so much more to go on this. Now see, just remove my mess. Let's see there, I've got this might be a place I could add this. So it's partly on this doily. And I could put it on there diagonally a little bit too. See, I think that would be pretty right there. See, I've got all the scrap fabrics are all borrow stitched on. And then these. So I think I'll put this here. And then if I have like a yo-yo, I can put it right there in the middle. That would look pretty right there. And so I think that's where I'm going to end this video today. And I'm going to work on this. And I'm going to get this attached to this spot right here. And gosh, I have these. These are coasters actually, but they're felt. These. Oh, I like that right there. I got, how many? I got 6 of them. That would be pretty right there. That's going to go right there. See, no planning ahead. Just do it. Like the old Nike people say, They just say, just do it. Okay, now let me see. I'm going to, my house is in a mess here. Oh, this is what I'll read from. God's Way Through Brokenness. I have found a lot of really, really good stuff in this book. And I kind of look, they're not listening to me. When I see the header of the story, sometimes that just gives me an idea that maybe I want to read what that means. It says, they're not listening to me. From Psalm 66:19 and 20 says, but God has surely listened and has heard my prayer. Praise be to God who has not rejected my prayer or withheld his love from me. Okay, well, that's a verse that tells you that somebody's listening. Okay, have you ever been in a situation where you felt like your voice simply wasn't being heard? Perhaps you sat in a courtroom pleading your case, but the judge dismissed you. Or maybe you brought a legitimate accusation against someone at work, only to be ignored or ridiculed by your boss or coworkers. It's hard, isn't it? You're speaking, but they're clearly not hearing you. Some elderly parents have children who never call. Some children have parents who ignore them. Bosses have employees who won't cooperate, and employees have bosses who don't value their opinions. The unwillingness to listen, really listen, is a common problem. And sometimes, I have to show you, make sure my wig is showing. Okay. The unwillingness to listen, really listen, is a common problem. And sometimes those with their fingers in their ears are the people you genuinely care about. The ones who should care most about what you think. Not being heard can hurt a lot. Don't they value you? Isn't your voice or your opinion important? Judging from their apathetic reactions, what you have to say doesn't matter at all. You scream a little louder to be heard, but the pain of being ignored just deepens as everyone goes about their way without noticing you. Would a megaphone help? When you're broken inside, you need someone who will listen. Sadly, the world won't always hear you or respond to you, but God will. His ears are wide open. His heart is wide open. And he's not only listening, he's already putting together a plan of action to lead you past this problem into a better place. And then here at the end of the story, it has a little prayer that says, thank you, Lord, for always hearing me. You think my voice matters. You care what I have to say. I am grateful for your tender, loving responses to me when I call on you. Amen. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I like this little book. I like that. I thank Ethel so much. Ethel sent that book to me. Okay. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, every breath you breathe. And I want you to know that God will keep you healthy, humble, and honest, and all that good stuff. I'm just noticing I got whiskers growing. Oh, I see squirrels all the time. Yes, ask God to watch over you, keep you humble and healthy and happy, keep you safe and secure. And I will see you on the next video. Keep stitching, too. Keep stitching. Do something stitchy. All right. Love you so much, and God bless. and God bless.